There was an actual trade today that will be made official next week.
So I'd say for the Rams, it kind of shows where they're at. It's also, I think, a little bit of a pivot philosophically on where they've been. And that if you look at like the few years since Jalen Ramsey left there, they sort of started to view the corner position as a little bit disposable, and that the saying I've heard from that sort of tree is that like we view corners as speed bumps, not stop signs in today's NFL. It's hard to find guys who can, really impact the game because it's too easy to throw away from them. So this, I think feels like a little bit of a rollback of that philosophy. Maybe they took it too far, and this is very clearly a need for them. They've got a team with a ton of players who are, on their rookie contracts and won't be cheap forever. So they've got some flexibility to do this. With those guys on rookie contracts, they got the flexibility to go and take a swing on this, when that's a credit to them for drafting as well as they have. Anybody who's been around Trent McDuffie knows this is a all-pro player and an all-pro person. So there's not a huge risk here. You know what you're getting, and he's a scheme fit for what Chris Shula wants to do. His college coach, Jimmy Lake, is there. So all that checks out. As for the Chiefs, this is kind of the consequence of having a roster that is top heavy, and they're sort of on the other end of that rookie contract spectrum. They've actually drafted really well. They've retained a lot of those guys, but you can't pay everybody. And, they tried to do Trent last year, and Trent McDuffie wanted to do a contract at the top of the market, and Trey Smith was at the top of the guard market, and George Karlaftis was getting a big deal, so they couldn't get it done then. And they went into this offseason with a recognition after Stingley and Sauce Gardner signed that if this was going to get done, the number in the APY was going to have to start with a 3. This gives them a chance to restock a little bit, to draft well. It's a position that they've developed incredibly well. And by the way, this might open up the door for them to go after somebody like Kenneth Walker next week.